everybody, I am Hoarder Gamer, and today I'm going to be reviewing a comic book that people have been very excited about. I've been very excited about. I think the entire comic book industry has been excited about. Fans have been excited about. Some a little worried because it's looking at real top tier characters, and I almost say a property because they did do kind of like another series for it. I'm talking about Doomsday Clock. I'm talking about The Watchmen. Okay? But now you got to ask yourself, who watches the Doomsday Clock? Not who watches The Watchmen anymore. Okay, this is issue 1 of Doomsday Clock, and if you notice, it's got a pretty awesome lenticular cover. Trying to get that so you can see it. There we go. So there we go from Rorschach to the Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman symbols on his mask. Although it's not Rorschach. He takes off his glove and we can see that his skin pigment is different than Rorschach's. But he doesn't take his mask off, so we don't know who he is. And basically, there's been a huge evacuation. Where, like, roughly about 5 minutes to midnight, it's going to be like a nuclear war, and I believe it said in the year 1992 in here, which is interesting. And Rorschach is in a prison, and it's awesome because this guy's trying to get out of prison, trying to escape, but he sees Rorschach, and he's scared shitless. So he's like, nope, I'll stay here. Rorschach's in prison to find Marionette, a woman who's known by the name Marionette. And once he finds Marionette, he's like, I need your help, I need to do all these things. And she's like, nope, only if we can get the Mime. The Mime is her husband, also in the same prison. So basically he has to agree to that, and he's like, okay, fine, we'll go get the Mime. So they go get the Mime, and there's this insane ultra-violent scene of him killing people, pretending like he has weapons in his hands when the weapons really are his hands. It's really kind of a bizarre scene. And then he's like, I'll go with you, but one catch, I need to go to lockup and get my guns, or my weapons. He doesn't say guns, I don't think. So Rorschach is again upset, and he's like, we have very little time here. We've got to act quickly, okay? But the Mime ain't hearing it. So they go over to the lockup area where like weapons and things like that are confiscated are kept, and he opens it up, and Rorschach's like, oh, looks like someone broke in and took everything. The Mime smiles, reaches in, and pantomimes as he's removing the non-existent invisible weapons from the locker, which I thought was hilarious. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That is utterly ridiculous, but very funny. So I liked that a lot. And then it turns out that Rorschach, the Mime, and the Marionette get out of the prison, and they are taken to this basement lair, which is where Night Owl usually is. So we're thinking, whoa, is Night Owl going to show up? Because there's rumors that he's dead. It's not Night Owl. It's Adrian Veidt. Adrian Veidt, also known as Ozymandias, the world's smartest man! And he's there. And what he reveals is that they need to find God. As you might guess, and if you've read The Button and other comic books in Rebirth, the God is Dr. Manhattan. So, that's right. Dr. Manhattan. And there's a fascinating scene where he's talking about how important Dr. Manhattan is. And then we cut to Superman having a nightmare. Something he's never had in his entire life. And in that nightmare, his parents die in a completely different way. Now, this is really hard to review this because, I'm not trying to ruin everything. And I've actually left a lot of small little things for you to read in case you're interested in getting a copy. Plus, there's this really cool part at the end with little pieces of advertisement and newspapers and things like that, which is really gets you into that world really well. I thought it was really good. it raises a lot of questions, and it gives up some cool reveals. Like, I was not expecting Adrian Veidt to show up that soon. Not in issue 1. This is going to be a 12-issue series. The lenticular cover version is $6, but it's a really gorgeous cover, and you can get the book also for, I think, $4.99. It's called a deluxe version of the book. So, they're releasing it, I guess. All of them, I think, have somewhat special covers, from what I've seen. But so far, yeah, I think issue 1 is really good of Doomsday Clock. If you are a fan of the Button, Flash, and Batman series of there was 3 issues, I believe it was, I think you'll really like this. If you're a Rebirth fan, I think you'll really like this. And it is not a bad take on Watchmen so far. It's Jeff Johns writing it, and the artwork's really good too. Artwork is done by, let's see here. I do apologize. I thought it would say right on the front page. Gary Frank. I believe it is. Gary Frank. But yeah, I highly recommend it. I think it's really good. And yeah, thank you very much. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. You know, write something in the comments. Tell me how I can do things better. I also have a secondary camera I'll be using for some reviews, but I kind of wanted to have the immediacy and the quickness, being that I'm shooting this on Thanksgiving night briefly. So, you know, just kind of hold it up and be like, there it is. Okay, well, thank you very much. I'm Hoarder Gamer, and I hope you guys have an excellent Thanksgiving, or whenever you see this, I hope you have a good one, okay? Bye-bye.